I'm here with 1/3, sort of 1/3, isn't it? Depends. It depends on the show. So I'm sort of here with 1/3 or a half of Don't Do Tuesdays. Welcome, Sam and Alex.
Alex.
Al. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Al.
Alfred.
He's too cool for Alex, apparently, and he can't even slide across carpet.
Alcino. It's not even the legal name. Alfred.
There's worse things he's been called at a gig, to be fair,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're usually by me, so
Keep it PG. It's fine.
I'm trying to keep it PG, but
Don't
you
swear.
both are stood here, and that's the struggle I've got. Right, so Farm Fest, end of the month. How are we feeling about it? How are you preparing for it?
Well, we've got a band practice this Sunday, haven't we? I'm quietly confident.
We know we've done a good show.
Yeah.
We've been doing it long enough.
How long?
We're celebrating hashtag 15 years of DDT this year.
Hashtag.
Well, we've got a hashtag going.
We
Yeah.
have actually. Right, well, we need to start. We need to get this going. It's hashtag DD.
15 years of DDT.
Oh, I can't even get that
At
right.
Farm Fest.
You're well prepared for this night, aren't you?
I'm very prepared. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Well,
Unlike you two.
and very
You look
stylish
like
you
you've
look.
raided my wardrobe.
True that. Available for more
No.
shows, by the way.
That is true. It does look like they have done that. Back to Farm Fest. How many of you are there going to be? Because sometimes I go to your shows, get hammered, and I'm not sure if I'm seeing double because there are genuinely more of you, or
Well, some nights there's 4 of us, or sometimes we're like the pop punk equivalent of Slipknot. There's just dozens of us. But I think this time, is it?
I think it's 5 of us
Five
this
of us
time.
this
We're
time?
joined by Dr. Jordan
on the
trumpet.
Trumpet. That's
On the
very. That trumpet is vital.
It changes it completely. Generally, when we've got Jordan and Gavin, that is, I think that's our best, really. And when we've got Duncan involved as well.
Yeah,
I
when he's
wonder who
available.
Duncan is. He looks a little bit like Al. He looks a lot like Al.
Yeah.
Like a bromance.
Even
Or just a
Seth
bro.
is
Just a
just
bro.
bro.
He's just a bro.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So you are going to have, which means that we're going to be treated to your version of Kids, yes?
Kids by MGMT. I'm sure that'll probably
Yeah.
find its way in there.
It's got to the point now where we haven't got time to learn anything else, so
So you might as
we
well
just got to
just go
sling
for
it in. Yeah.
I don't know, we're going to be playing some of our kind of newer ones because at the last show we did, we brought in another new one, which wasn't really new. It's an old new one, a new old one.
Refined,
Yeah.
polished.
The one you haven't really played before.
Not really, because it's one me, Steph, and Tim wrote in a previous, or another guys.
You actually do write songs?
I do.
I thought you
I
just
chip in
sat
every now
behind the drums and disappeared.
I'm sure the other guys would probably like to think that, but I'm there making enough
I'm
noise.
saying nothing, I'm just the bass player.
I was going to say, he's just plays bass anyway, so...
Yeah, but it's a song we wrote in a band called The Fault Line that we thought was too good to kind of really pass up or let kind of disappear in time. So we brought it back for those Tuesdays, and we declared the last gig. Went down really well, and we've got a couple of others. We've got Leave the House,
Yeah.
Secrets, which we'll be releasing soon. Hopefully doing a video later this month for that.
So that's a no then.
So that's a no then. There's another one, aka Go Yourself. That's,
I love that
yes,
song.
that one seems to be going down very, very well.
And,
Whose
so-
dad was it in the crowd last time? I saw
Steph's.
you at Glastonbury Calling and you played that song. And you're
yeah,
like,
that was Mr. Fauchelia's father, Papa Fauchelia.
Yeah,
Down with kids.
he got lifted up and crowd surfed. We had stage diving as well.
at the King Arthur.
There was a King Arthur on that one.
Yeah, it was a good night. It was a
Which
damn
one were
good
the different
night.
gigs?
No.
Oh,
I'm
the
aware.
one you missed,
I'm just
yeah, the one
I'm
you
just
missed.
picturing this scene at the King Arthur.
Oh yeah.
It sounds really
Oh,
Well, it was
sweaty. Yeah.
pretty surreal for us to
Intensive.
kind of look out and suddenly see Steph's dad, however old he is, I think 50 something.
I should think it was pretty surreal for him.
Well, it's
too.
like seeing an Italian Tom Selleck / Saddam Hussein kind of crossover, like it's crowd surfing.
Are you going to be allowed to call him Saddam Hussein?
I
I
don't know. I'll find out
can't
the next
think
gig when I
English, to
see
be
him. Yeah, I'll give you a slap.
It's your bloody face.
That's pretty brave.
Thank you.
But then that's how you know, really, isn't it?
Joe knows that. I've known Joe for like 18 years now. You know he's what to expect from me.
Right, okay, so you have actually been, because I never know what you guys are really doing, because you do other things too. We're not going to mention it because it's only a country
We're
band.
mysterious.
But you are going to continue and try and develop the band?
Well, we are developing the band all the time. We'll try to when we actually get together and practice. But I mean, the addition of trumpet was something we brought in last year.
Yeah.
And then we brought in Dunk as an additional guitar, and that's changed the sounds again. It's really thickened it out. And from the recordings, we're going to be adding in some piano and synths. Can't
So
really
you're
say.
multiplying.
So yeah, there'll be 4 core members. Although like Jordan and Gab are there quite a lot, and I think Duncan's going to be there. So they'll make themselves core members at the minute, but we kind of refer to them as the Tuesdays.
Can Dunk play bass?
Probably.
Because he could sort of be that fill-in just in case.
In case of what?
I don't know, anything happens to him.
Someone,
You never know.
someone with a kill, mate.
Well, you never know. Actually, after this, it's likely they're going to kill him, to be fair. Italians and
Or Mr.
everything.
Fauci horse his head in the bed.
Oh, well, we're going there. But so Farm Fest, before we all get slaughtered,
Fun Fest, yeah, we're playing on
Yeah.
the Friday.
the worst kept secret, sorry, best kept secret.
Well, you know, Ollie said we have permission to release the detail, and hopefully we can shift some tickets from being an early release. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's the 3rd time playing there now?
Yeah, actually we played there 2 years ago,
2 years ago, yeah.
and it went down pretty good. It was quite a good set.
We did a
Full-
cover of
full
Bloodhound
time.
Gang, didn't we?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
was...
just picturing
loosely
that with
covered.
you guys, and
It was good, it went down well. I mean, I think, seeing the video back, it was actually terrible, but when we played at like 11 till... Actually, we played past midnight, because everything was running over a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So we played one day to the next day, technically. Everyone was that drunk that it didn't matter how shocking it was, because I think Jordan was playing a little bit out of tune. No, it was Gavin. Gavin was playing out of tune.
He was playing a completely different key to us.
Yeah, and but
that's
that was just because he couldn't hear himself. But it's pretty horrible. But everyone loved it because this is something they knew, and
Can you practice it so then I can witness this?
we're not going
moment?
to be doing that one.
Why?
I don't know how long we got, to be honest, but we've got the new stuff we want to get in there. I think next practice we're hopefully going to have another new one nailed. So I think Tim's sent us a couple of demos he's been working on. So that gets the ball rolling really quickly.
How does it all work then? Because you all live everywhere.
Well, look,
All
2
over
of us
the
live in
place.
Bath, 2 of us live in Glastonbury.
You live in a lot of places.
I live in a lot of places. Don't know where to find me half the time. But WhatsApp, use things like WhatsApp, we'll record stuff over the phone and send it to each other, berate each other or applaud it, and go from there. Work out what we're going to do. Yeah, just work out what's going to go on and what goes where, and do it with that.
How have you managed to last 15 years with each other?
oh, we didn't technically.
Right, okay. How did you last the first few years? Why did you come back after the break?
Okay, well, I can answer that one, I guess. It was all going really well. We were signed technically to a promotional company. We were working with a producer who was Robert Plant's producer and the Levelers producer. He was recording us for free because he was developing us. And then things went a bit awry during that period where bad decisions were made in the presence of the producer. So we basically weren't invited back from that, and from there,
This is proper.
you can't really,
punk,
yeah.
You could have filmed it and made a documentary.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
But just from there, I mean, we won like while we were recording with him, we won like the regionals battle of bands as well. So we had, you know, money come in that we could kind of afford to do things with.
Played at Glastonbury?
Played Glastonbury 2004. So we had all these kind of really good accomplishments. But then when that was the level we got to where we were going to, I think the idea was we were going to be taken to EMI, a big record label at the time. And then just went like that. So when we lost that, it just killed the buzz almost. We still did a lot of kind of gigs for a while. I think we went to London. And then the promotional company we were with made a lot of promises that just never materialised. So we kind of dropped down. We were back at the beginning again, really.
I think you guys were kind of at an age where you were all into different things.
Yeah.
And it just what happens, it was just the age it was.
Settling down.
No, it wasn't settling down
No,
because
it's
we just kind of went in two directions. 3 of us went in one direction. Excuse the pun, because you know, pop. And then just one other member, Simon, who was obviously one of the originals. He was kind of more free spirit, really. He wanted to kind of be out doing things and exploring the world and whatnot. So it just naturally kind of ended. We parted ways mutually. But me, Steph, and Tim, we were just still really close to each other. Tim was kind of going into a band, and he was inviting me to kind of play drums for it. And Steph, still wanted to play, and we knew we could write with Steph, so then we did another band called The Fault Line. And then our buddy, friendly frenemies, One Thunder, they kind of restart their band as I Am Forever. Steph was kind of drawn into that because he was more into heavy music.
Right, okay.
So then Steph kind of went that way, and me and Tim kind of went another way to a band called The Search Party.
Which is ironic, seeing as Steph went the other way.
Yeah. And Steph did really well with I Am Forever. He got some really big gigs. I think they supported, I can't remember what they're called now.
They played Pill Party.
Played Pill Party with that big, not Oasis band, but they're kind of like them with this. Got Sergio who plays guitar in there.
Oh, Sabian.
Sabian, yeah. So they played with them. Me and Tim and the Search Party, we played up to like York, London. We were kind of going around all over the place. And then I got ill, kind of nearly pegged it, I guess. And then it just kind of took that to happen to kind of bring Steph and Tim back into it. And Simon at that point was not around the world. He was in like Austria, or he was in Australia. And we did kind of invite him to be involved back into it again, because we were basically going to just do a charity gig, just to basically try and raise some money.
That was what, 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
That's kind of where I came in.
That's where I came in, but we tried to invite Simon, and it just distance wasn't working, because I think he's down in Cornwall as well. At some point, he wanted us to go down there, and couldn't work. And then we invited Al, because I'd been playing with Al in another band who I was kind of temping with as well.
Yeah.
Which band?
That was My Story.
I remember.
And then you kind of invited me for the charity gig. And I think at the time it was only going to be a bit of a one-off, wasn't it?
Where was this charity gig? 'Cause I think I was there.
Tour Football Club.
Rugby club.
Really rugby club. Tour Rugby Club.
So yeah, we did that, and it went down really well. We brought back a lot of memories. A lot of people kind of enjoyed the nostalgia of it.
The Flintstones. Wilma.
No, we did Wilma Flintstone. Yeah, that was breaking that one out again.
And the first time we played Kids.
That was the first time we played Kids.
So that'll be
without trumpets though.
How did that even come about?
Because
you just don't put. I guess you just don't necessarily put that song with.
I think it was a song Steph loved, and I think it was almost like his and his now wife's kind of song.
Right. Okay.
And he just wanted to cover it. He kind of did the arrangement and everything for it, and we just worked really well. We thought it was hilarious at first, and then it was actually just really good. So we kind of recorded it on our phones, and it sounded really good. So we played it live. It went down really, really well. And then we just kind of brought in the trumpets afterwards, and it just kind of took off from there. We kind of thought put a video out because it's a very popular song. The video was very well received as well.
Yeah. Which leads on to the stuff we're doing at the moment. End of this month we're going to be recording another video.
Right, okay.
For our new song, is it Secrets?
Secrets, yeah.
Secrets. We're doing it on the 29th.
Is that?
We're doing it 29th this month?
23rd.
23rd.
29th is Farm Fest.
Yeah, that'll be why we won't be doing it. Yeah, we're filming a new video for that, and then the opportunity to do another one in the future as well. And we're going to be going back into the studio to record a bit more material.
Where do you guys record?
Well, we've done recordings with Sam Boxall, Up and Coming Studios in Ashcott. But we've also recorded at Springfield Studio with Danny Hayes of Dive In, who are now defunct. I think we're kind of keeping our options open, really.
Try and find somewhere that we can hear what they've made. If we like it, we'll go for it.
Yeah, we've made mistakes in the past where we worked with producers who just sit there and press record. It doesn't work. So we want someone to actually kind of get involved in the creativity of it and take things to the next level and really picking things out in ways that we wouldn't have generally thought ourselves.
Okay, so even though you have this like stage banter and you're quite a jokey band, you actually are taking it very seriously.
Surprisingly seriously, yeah.
Because I have been, I think last time I saw you guys, I literally was stood there laughing for about half an hour. Just
Which one was that? Was it the Boca Bar? Or?
No, this was, and I was sitting at the Boca Bar after. I meant Glastonbury Calling.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it either goes really well or it goes really wrong. Like Steph and Tim have really
Tim
good
had just had a baby.
Yeah,
Well, he
yeah.
hadn't actually had the baby.
physically. But no, Steph and Tim they're real characters, and I think that definitely shows in the show, in the stage performances. But sometimes they get it like so right, and then sometimes they get it so wrong.
They
And
definitely
Jeremy
had it
Console,
right.
probably the most sensitive person in the room. But
Luckily it's not such bad.
no, that'll be me, I guess. No.
Anything else you'd like to add? Anything else we should be looking out for?
There'll be a gig later this year. I think we're looking at August, October for the 15 years of DDT gig.
What's the hashtag for that?
Hashtag 15 years of DDT.
Well done. Yeah.
I got it, finally.
So we got Farm Fest. I think maybe just get the swing of it because we haven't done a gig for about a month or two, possibly.
Yeah.
And we just love doing festivals. You know, going together when we enjoy doing that. If they have us back.
Checks in the post.
When you are at Farm Fest, are you going to be there for the whole day checking out other people?
Oh yeah, for sure. Our mates Turner are playing, and
Yeah.
they're awesome. I've seen them play acoustically. Haven't actually seen them play electrically yet.
I saw them at Home Farm Fest
Right.
last month, and they were really good. They had a few. It wasn't their fault. I think the festival in general had a few issues with their sound,
Yeah.
but they persevered and they did a really good job.
Well, Finn and Molly have got some like real crackers of songs coming out there,
Yeah.
so they're definitely good. I'm definitely looking forward to them and Missy. Known Missy for a long time.
It's going to be
Who
exciting
doesn't
to go
know
along and
Missy?
see,
Missy, but-
especially for a lot of new bands coming through. I mean, alright, we've been knocking around for quite a bit now. I hate to say it, but it's
15
also
years,
it's
by
15
the way, 'cause
years.
it's hashtag 15 years of
don't
DDT.
do- yeah.
No, it's 15
15
years
years
of
of
DDT.
DDT.
Yeah,
Glad you got
I
it
got it
right.
yeah.
It's nice to see sort of new bands coming through
Yeah.
because there was a bit of a lull for a while where there wasn't really an awful lot of the music scene locally, but
Yeah, when we started playing again, it was hard to get bands to play with because
Yeah.
they're either drastically different or
There aren't any.
they're not there. So I mean, the pop punk scene kind of died a death and then kind of getting back again.
it's quite refreshing to see it back again.
Do you think people around here, unless
Hang on.
it had to be Matt Hartnett of all people as well, and Tennis John,
Sorry. That's going on the website.
I like his beard.
which he made, by the way, because that's, you know, no one else likes his beard.
I like the greyness.
Anyway, do you think that some bands think that it's not worth their time doing it around here, or?
I think there is a distinct lack of venues. The Boca Bar is, I think, the go-to venue because they're a venue who actually do pay, and I think that is the number one thing for bands in this area is getting paid to do what you're doing. Because it's all self-funded. You're only self-funded to a certain point before you're making losses on it, and some people see it as a hobby, some people see it as they want to actually invest in themselves and treat it like a business. But there's also the Cobblestones in Bridgewater, but they're very popular for bands, and it's quite hard to get in there.
I think Froome seems to be coming back around.
Yeah, the Cheese and Grains seems to be getting quite a few gigs playing down there, and you got a bit more of a vibrant music scene. You have events like the Independent Market once a month, and they have a live stage there for live music. Get a lot of young bands coming through there, which is quite nice to see. So I think it is starting to come back in a way. Hopefully it won't go away again. But I think if you can get more venues out here in the country for people to play music, it's better because it is so difficult to get into the cities.
Yeah.
Cities like Bristol, Bath, and places
They
like
want
that.
you to already have a following, but you need to
Yeah.
generate
Yeah.
the following in the first place.
Well, it's
Catch
just
22. I think it's always been the same that way.
I
Isn't
think
it?
it's the promoters kind of way these days as well. It's not really going out and firing yourself and having a street team. It's just a case of I'm going to stick it on Facebook
Yeah.
and then just expect them to show up, and that doesn't work at all, really, because you need to actually have to band and be out there.
Is it weird because you mentioned Facebook, but when you first started as a band, Facebook didn't exist.
We have MySpace.
MySpace.
Oh, those are the days.
So how different as a band is it from then to now?
I think gigs were happening so often because there were venues everywhere. You had like the Crown in Glastonbury, you had the Legion in Street. I think if you're just looking in this local area, you had
Rifleman's.
Working Men's Club. I think there's still one in Hilton. I think that
Yeah,
one,
Hilton.
they don't really have a big scene there really anymore.
No.
But that's because Shepton doesn't really have a lot of bands, or at least ones that are making themselves known.
They do a lot of the auditions and like
But again, you have to kind of go
Yeah.
through about 8,000 bands to kind of get to that
Yeah.
stage. So you're up against the nation then, and I mean, when you do those auditions, and you always find that it's going to be local promoted, and then a band from up in Scotland wins somehow. So I think
Yeah.
there's ways that work and ways that don't. But I mean, I think bands aren't making themselves known so well, and the venues aren't really there for them to play in anymore. I mean, we've come friendly with Sunset Sunday, who we played with recently. And they're a young band, and it's good. They're pop punk as well. But I mean, we don't really regard ourselves as pop punk anymore. So
No.
we kind of, because we do a bit of ska, we do a bit of just rock. And
You're
things
just a
like that.
band.
We're just a band.
You're just
We play music that we like, and it comes out maybe a bit poppy. Sometimes comes out a bit ska.
Let it loose. It's how we feel.
Just keep it loose. Keep it easy. Do it.
Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, why not? Well, thanks for coming down and chatting with me. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Farm Fest. I promise I'll be slightly sober.
You bring any friends?
I might be.
Or the one that you bring to our gigs every now and then?
Oh, Michelle.
Yeah.
No, actually.
What are you doing, Michelle?
Yeah.
Where's the
Let us
commitment?
down.
It's all your fault, Michelle.
One woman party.
Exactly. You don't have pregnancy as an excuse anymore.
These guys are cracking up.
Yeah, because
What
they
do
know
they know?
Michelle.
Oh.
They know Michelle.
Yeah.
What's she done?
She.
Come on, spill it. Spill it.
She's not done anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just we have a different name for her, but I'm not gonna.
Got a bright shade of red, Georgie. You all right there?
I'm just really warm.
I just thought because she seems to really like come to the gigs recently.
She's been to at least. She's been to 3 of yours.
That's pretty much all we've had this year. isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
no.
she
She
came
came to the
to-
guitarists as well, didn't
She
course we
came,
did.
she
Name
came
drop.
to Pilton Pie.
she? Yeah.
She came to Glastonbury Call
They
It.
look really good.
And
You guys alright?
I think they're dying on your camera.
I'd just like to point out that John and Alex are currently looking after the equipment.
So there
And
could have been
then,
anyone, but now she knows who's laughing behind the camera.
She's giving names
Yeah.
now.
Oh, he's
Should never need a question.
takes a motion. Takes a motion.
Anyway, I think we'll end it at that
Okay.
before I get myself into more trouble with Michelle.
Even more.
That's
There we
really a
go.
lot of points we were kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, some sort of strange hip hop band.
Yeah, there we go.
Bye.